Hi, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the TMNT Michelangelo action figure by Playmates. This figure came out when the CGI Ninja movie came out in 2007, but it wasn't until recently I started collecting these figures because I saw several YouTube videos on these guys, and I found these guys really interesting. Since these guys are no longer on the retail stores, or at least the big chain retail stores, I had to start looking for these guys in overstock stores and closeout stores. I found this figure at a DD's discount. It was only on for the price of $4.99. Taking a look at the figure in the package here, you can see Mikey here. And he's got a couple accessories. He's got his standard nunchucks, and he's got a skateboard here, and a big old grin on his face, being he's always the happy-go-lucky one. Looking at the back of the package here, you can see a description here, close up there. And you can also see some of the other figures in the line. You got all four brothers here. You got Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael. Then you have their friends, April O'Neil, Casey Jones, and their master Splinter. And then you have the bad guys here: Karai, Max Winters, Foot Ninja, Spider Arachnor, Jersey Devil, and Vampire Succubor. Let's go ahead and open up the package here, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and Michelangelo's out of his package, along with his accessories. First one we'll go over is the bio booklet. It was on the front packaging right here. It was actually glued on. And if you want to take a look at it here, it's basically just a fold-out piece, and it has a little quick bio of Michelangelo. And there's a picture of him right there. And the next accessory is his skateboard right here. It's actually pretty neat. It's free-rolling on here, and the wheels move freely. And on the board itself, it looks like there was something designed to be placed on there. I don't know if it was like a sticker or something like that, because there's some etchings around it, but it's basically blank, so on there. And the final accessory are his nunchucks. Michelangelo's nunchucks. Here, let me get it out of his hand there. You can see right here some of the detail. It's pretty detailed. The hand grips look like woven leather, woven in a pattern. The chains that connects the two hand grips, they're not loose. They're not loose chains. It's molded plastic, and it's actually pretty inflexible. When I tried to squeeze them together, there was already some stress on the plastic. I don't know if you can see it here, but you can see the white portion here. If I had bent it any more, I probably would have had snapped it off. So the chains are pretty inflexible on there, and they go on the back. They can be stored on the back of Michelangelo here on these two slots, and this is where I tried to squeeze them together to put them in there, but like I said, it was to the point where it was about to snap off, so I decided not to, and just when I store it, I'm just gonna have to put one handle in there like so. So as for Michelangelo himself, He's designed much like the other turtles from the line. They all have the same basic joints on the arms and legs and the torso. Oh, not the torso, but the head. You can see here Michelangelo. He's got the orange eye mask, and this here is like a softer, rubbery plastic. Looks the trail, and it's easily bendable on there, and it looks like it's flowing in the wind or in combat. Details are nice, like the undershell here. That's nice and detailed there. Also his outer shell here. It's got a nice pattern on there. You can see it. Right, there we go. Other than that, it's what I like about these turtles is that they're scaled to 6-inch scale. So you can actually pose these like say with the Marvel Legends or the DC Universe Classics figures. So not only the turtles but the other figures in the line are scaled to 6-inch. So that's kind of neat. Going over the articulation of the figure, his head goes all the way around and goes up and down a little bit. The shoulders here, I notice on my Michelangelo, they're pretty stiff. They're pretty hard to move, especially this one here, the left one. His left shoulder is very, very hard. But the other shoulder, I worked a little bit to loosen it a little bit. But it does go up and down on here. It does swivel at the bicep and bends at the elbow, and also rotates the wrist. There's no chest or waist articulation due to the shell. But for the legs, they do go out and to the back, and they also rotate at the hip. The knees, they bend on there, a swivel at the knees, and no articulation on the feet. Overall, it's a pretty standard Ninja Turtle figure, but compared to the older figures, these are, I think, more posable and better articulated. I like these TMNT Ninja Turtles a lot more than, let's say, the 25th anniversary or the older figures that the 25th anniversary were modeled after. Because with these figures, you can actually pose them in more dynamic fighting positions. Other than the, of course, the pretty stiff joint on there, but overall, I really like this figure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.